All right, so first question, Miss Carisha. First question is going to go to you, darling. Are you ready?
Okay.
So the very
I'm always ready.
all right, that's what I like to hear now. All right, the first question, Carisha, is the nuclear family still the goal? Is the nuclear family still the goal?
When you say nuclear, what do you mean?
Mom,
I want to make sure I understand. Y'all know I done had strokes and stuff. I'm special now.
Hold up now.
Shit.
When you say nuclear, what exactly are you talking about?
Exactly. I'm not the only one.
Okay, Maya.
Wait, say it again.
Mother, father, children.
Okay.
No, you got to talk about the roles as well. It's not just mother, father, children.
Are you just
The
talking about
father is the provider, and the mother is like the homemaker.
Wayne. Thank you, but I'll jump on your show next time, and you can.
I'm just saying, like, gotta explain this.
Why don't you do that?
Okay, so let me. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm probably gonna have to mute you guys. Just, I mean, I don't want to do that, but I want to allow Carisha to answer.
You can't tell her half of this story, bro.
All right, Wayne, we're gonna mute you. Go ahead, Carisha.
I just feel like there's so many different definitions to that. So what are we talking? Mother, father, children. I think the goal is a 2-parent household.
Okay.
I mean, that's as simple as I can say it. I think a 2-parent household is the goal because you need both sides of it. I mean, you need a mom and a dad, but I mean, I'm not judging nobody's lifestyle. I ain't here judging nobody.
Okay.
But you do need 2 parents.
Okay. All right. Done it. Same question. Is the nuclear family still the goal?
Goal. It is the goal. I'll achieve that goal. I'm living that goal. So it is what it is, baby.
Okay. Okay. I guess I add a little context to it. What I mean is, and I like the way both of y'all answer it. But as far as going forward, as you know, we're all black guys, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, as we all know, in our community, 70% of our kids are being born out of wedlock, you know? So that's a thing. I just want everybody to know that is an actual real thing. And, you know, there's this idea that nowadays, you know, merely a mother and her children is a family. People are considering that as a family. It doesn't really necessarily need a father there. So in the context of a larger scale, as far as Black people restoring our ethnic image on a global scale, because when people look at y'all, we're Black. I'm not talking about political beliefs and none of that stuff. I'm just saying that when people look at you, you know, you got melanated skin. So, so do you think that in that context that the nuclear family should still be the goal?
I mean, I think so.
You think so?
Because I mean,
go ahead.
The way I see it is like God put it together in a way that it was going to work. And this is the way it's going to work, where we keep trying to redefine it. But I do feel like the word family should be more expanded, because my mom helped me raise a lot of my kids and she don't have no rights. She's not considered as nothing. Their dad was gone. So I think the definition of a family should be broadened, because it can be an auntie, it can be an uncle, it can be a cousin, it can be a lot of different family members.
Okay.
You know, but I do think that should be the goal. Definitely.
All right. Well, all right. Not done, and I add a little context. Did you want to add to your answer, or you just want to stick where you at?
I mean, it's the goal, but I don't think it's the standard today.
You said it's not the standard.
It's the goal, but it's not something people want to achieve necessarily. I don't really know how to put it.
Okay.
You know,
why do you say that? Why do you say it's not a goal that? Why do you think that's not a goal that people are trying to achieve?
What up, man, Pat?
Hey, what's up? What's happening?
Hey, oh my God, you're so handsome.
How you doing?
How you doing, baby?
Can you see everybody?
No. She just see who talking.
Oh, okay. Damn, I thought I had everybody pinned. Okay.
Oh my
Ooh,
goodness.
I want to hear Aunt Pat's.
Hey Wayne, I'm gonna have to mute you. Anyway,
Wayne.
He made
I
a
feel
good
like
point,
she should
though.
also have some
He made a
input.
good point, Rook. Don't mute him.
I'm
Do it.
okay.
You should do
No,
it.
no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so on Pat, if you could ask Karisha to mute her mic, because I'm about to go on to Maya and see what his response is. All right, Maya. So I added a little context to it, kind of clarify what I was kind of asking more directly. So, do you think that the nuclear family should still be the goal?
See, but I have a question because you didn't the nuclear family, right? It's just
Yeah.
mom, dad, kids. I
Yeah.
feel like that can be done in different styles. Because you like, I think am I the only one here with a baby mama? I might be. So like, me and her aren't together, but we still raise our daughter together. Like we get along, we talk back and forth. I'm in my daughter's life 50-50. So like just because I'm not in the household per se doesn't mean I'm not in her life doing what I'm supposed to do as a dad. So I feel like the nuclear family, the definition, I don't know the true definition Dwayne was about to say, but you muted him. I feel like that can be done in different ways. You see what I'm saying? So
I
like
agree.
I don't need to be in the house for like 24/7 as long as me and my baby mama get along, because we do. We get along, we talk back and forth on what's going on and what we feel she needs to be taught more. Or hold on. People, I got ears, hold on. She knows me. So far as like roles, we play those roles in different ways. So are you talking, and then my second question is like, are you talking about personally or like far as like Black culture?
Yeah, Black culture and personally. So what you think as a means of going forward as a community, Black culture going forward, and how you apply that to yourself in your own personal life, how you perceive it.
Personal life, I'll start there because I can get that quick. I want to be in all my kids' life if I even have any more than just her. I feel like as long as, for one, I want to make sure I'm cool with. I'm not having no more baby mamas. I'm not having no kids until I get married. On what y'all doing, I'm trying to be smart like y'all.
Don't be like Nick Cannon.
Hey, you feel me? So no, I don't want no more kids out of wedlock. So that's why I'm saying I might not have no more kids. I'm 32 now. So
so personally, you believe
more, but
so personally, you want to have that nuclear family.
Yeah.
Setting.
But if it means like within the same household, I feel like the definition of it has changed like everything else as time goes on. Because like even now, say if I lived somewhere else, not as close, we got FaceTime now. So I can still see my daughter face to face rather than like having to actually be there physically. And I feel like even FaceTime adds more to being able to create that nuclear family than it was like 30 years ago. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like technology, a lot of different things adds into like that nuclear family, how it can be done. As far as Black people as a culture, I feel like the nuclear family, yes. I feel like I see a lot more people at least trying to work and do things for the kids, and more so than they probably did in the past.
Gotcha. All right. Miss Nini, did you wanna answer the question, or?
I told you I'm in the background.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right.
Oh wow, but you have a great perspective.
I know. All right, it's okay. Nini says she got us next time. Go ahead, Wayne. You elaborate on.
Talk now. I can talk. Okay, so
I got this arrow on the mute button, so don't say the wrong thing. You're gonna get caught slipping. But go ahead.
So, I think to answer the question, you would have to know like some of the alternatives of the nuclear family. Like in a traditional nuclear family, you got the father who is the provider, the protector, and then you got the mother who is the caretaker. They take care of the home and the rearing of the children. And then you got the kids. Nowadays it's a lot different. The rent is so goddamn high. Like there's like sometimes you need more than one provider nowadays. You know what I mean? And so you end up with this crazy different looking model where, okay, now the two parents are working and then the kids are just stuck going to school watching TV. You know what I mean? Like I feel like as far as a nuclear family goes, it's kind of outdated with how, things are going on in the world nowadays. But as far as you're concerned, when you're talking about like just having a single parent household, that's a lot different than the other alternatives that there are to having a nuclear family. That in itself, I don't think is as effective as a 2-person or 2-parent household in any facet, whether it be two caretake or two providers, to whatever, sometimes it's a stepdad or something like that. But yeah, I feel like definitely if you are in that single parent household, if you can get 2 parents in there, that's much better than 1 parent.
All
just
right.
Because there are different roles that need to be covered.
All right, got it, Wayne. All right, Miss Chu, go ahead. Do you think the nuclear family should still be the goal, or is it still the goal?
I like everybody's points, like what everybody said, and it all kind of went together. I mean, I agree with done it too. I don't think it's like the goal, but then again, nobody wants to be a single parent. I don't think that's the goal either, and nobody expects that to happen or go into it like, oh, I'm gonna go be a single parent. The goal is to have both parents and to be with the person that you have a child with. I mean, but sometimes that doesn't happen. So, I mean, like what Wayne was saying, having 2 providers, it changed now, and I think it's better. But then again, I don't feel like you need 2 providers in order to have a household, to have a family. Like, if somebody can make some really good ass money, so they can, and take care of their kids, and then a husband's a stay-at-home husband,
Okay.
So, Ronnie had something to say.
Ronnie, so the question is, the nuclear family still the goal?
I think the nuclear family is obsolete. I don't. It's not feasible in these modern times. To piggyback off what Wayne was saying, one of the main perspectives in like a nuclear family is having the man be the head of the household and being the main provider and the protector. So going back to like the 60s, 70s, and maybe even the early 80s, man, in Detroit, you could all, we could all be like down there working downtown in the city and walk right down to the factory, man, and be making enough money to provide for rent and everything, groceries and all that. That's not a realistic thing now. Living in modern times is, a marriage is a partnership, so you need 2 incomes now. I was actually explaining this to my parents the other day, and they couldn't understand it because they grew up in that nuclear family. And another thing to add on to that is I have absolutely no problem taking a back seat to Choo Choo being the main provider. She makes more money than me, and I have absolutely no problem saying that. That's why I just think like a nuclear family it's not realistic to me in these modern times. And even when you have a single parent household, the majority of the time now you have the grandparents helping in and raising the kids as well. So while it is a single parent household, it's not technically the single parent household of our parents' generation. Okay. I'm sorry about that one.
So I'll briefly chime in. And
I like it. I like it. So,
I'm not breaking forever.
I'm not. I'm gonna be brief.
Give him applause. Give him an applause.
Let me hold up. There we go. All right. So my opinion, my perspective of the matter is that 72% of well, I'll speak specifically about the Black community, but 72% of Black women in this country make less than $37,000 a year. I absolutely agree. It's not feasible to be able to sustain a household. Yeah, well, only 9% of Black females make over $75,000 a year. Excuse me. I think it's absolutely not feasible to be able to sustain a family on one income alone. And studies, I mean, there's a bunch of studies. I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with it, but there's a bunch of studies, statistics that show deleterious psychological effects and developments when there's not a father in the home. and how the kids are affected. And I just think that pressure, in my opinion, I believe pressure is made for shoulders, not hips. So, when a woman's out there and she's actually having to be the main sole provider for the family, she doesn't have that solid man to rely on, and she's basically taking on the burden of what traditionally the man does. I think it's counterproductive to her nature, because, the biggest indicator of a woman's happiness, the biggest predictor of a woman's happiness is her ability to have a family and to have a husband. So, women, as they age, women's happiness, their fulfillment is not in a job or career. It's shown, and a lot of studies have shown that a lot of women's happiness is predicated on their ability to provide, to be there for their family, to nurture and soothe their family. I mean, because in essence, that's the nature of a woman, is to soothe and nurture her family. It's in a man's job, and his duty is to provide, protect, and priest. But that's just my spiel. We got 2 freaking minutes, guys, and we got 4 more questions. So if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna send out another link. Is that cool?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
All those stats you just spit out, are there any stats where it's like a man and the kids and no woman?
Yeah, actually, they did a study where
that's also
they did a study that showed that actually fathers are actually better parents to children than it is for single mothers, because and I can send you the study too, Maya. You can read it over yourself, but typically, when boys are being raised by women, they outgrow their mothers, and that, they're out, and that consequently will lead to them joining gangs and other little things, other little organizations, whatever, to find that male archetype. You know what I'm saying? Because young boys need to identify with a father figure, and if that mother's not there to, provide that for them, they seek it elsewhere. But I can see that study. But I'm gonna have to close this out, y'all. I'm gonna send y'all another email. Carisha, you still down, right? Girl, turn your camera around. She looked like that dude off Crooklyn.